Well, hello again. excuse, excuse me. I got to thinking just as soon as I put my last video on YouTube. I was talking about citizenship, and it came to me that there's one, oh, well, it's a sore spot with me. Now, I ain't never been in jail in my life. Oh, I guess I managed to miss that somehow. But I got some good friends that are ex-felons. Yeah, ex-felons. They were felons, but they ain't felons no more. And I imagine there's all kinds of them, because they talk about all these thousands of people that are in prisons we got in these different states, in federal prisons and that. And now they talk about them not being able to have a gun or not being able to vote. And there's other things they can't do, and they have trouble getting a job and all these things, and their record stays with them. Well, that ain't right. Because if somebody goes out, he's 18 years old, and him and a couple of his 16-year-old buddies go out and steal a car and drive it around, and he goes to court for being an adult, and them two kids, 16, they get slapped on the hand or something because they wasn't driving. And their mummies and daddies said, oh, it was that older kid that got them into doing that. Well, when you get a felony and you go to court and you're convicted of that felony, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be stealing $500, it can be grand theft auto, it can be whatever. And it can have a jail sentence of 2 to whatever years according to your social status and income at the time of the offense. I know all them things ain't supposed to work in it, but people call it justice, but it ain't justice. But anyhow, so they go to prison. Now, the fact that they're convicted of that felony, they lose, technically, their U.S. citizenship. Now, people don't understand how citizenship's supposed to work, but people are citizens of the United States because they're citizens of a particular state. People don't, these government guys and these lawyers and all the rest of corrupt politicians and that, they hide all them things. But now, after that feller's served, say he served 5 years in prison, or 7, or 2, or 10, doesn't make any difference. After he gets out, he doesn't get his citizenship back. Now, everybody's all worried about these illegal immigrants that cross the border and come in, and they're looking for to be protected from some bad guy in Venezuela or something. But they come in and they got a way to go get, if they would do it legally, to go get a green card or whatever, and then after a period of time they could fill all the things, and they could be citizens of the I guess that's what you call it, naturalized citizens. Well, them prison guys, them ex-felons, they can't do that. Them women and that are in prison. Now, there has got to be some way, after they get out of prison, they go to that parole officer and all that for a while. There's got to be somewhere where they're told the rules and regulations and that. And if they behave themselves, say 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and they don't cause any trouble anywhere. They don't get picked up for any felonies or that again. That they can take some classes, that they can do some things and regain their citizenship. Go down, stand wherever it is them people stand to get their citizenship, them immigrants. Well, there should be a place for them felons, ex-felons, that have had a clean record for 2, 3, even 5 years wouldn't make no difference to me, to be fair. They go down, put their hand in the air, and take that oath of citizenship to the United States. Then they could have their rights back. They could vote. They could have a gun, go deer hunting or whatever, go duck hunting, I don't care. They could do all sorts of things that a citizen of the United States is entitled to do. Now, why hasn't there ever been anything set up? Because what it was back there, them fellers said when you committed a felony, you stole, or you did a bad thing, you got in a bar fight and beat a couple of guys up, whatever, that you went to war against society. You went to war against the state, or you went to war against the federal government. That's why them court cases say the state of Nevada versus John Doe felon, or the United States of America versus Susie Quadrangle for some different thing. That's because they went to war against that government agency. That's why they're a felon. They lost the court case. They were found guilty. Now, when they get out of prison, let's set up some kind of way so 2, 3, or 5 years down the road they can become full citizens in the United States of America again. That would be justice. Yeah, I'll think some more and I'll get back to you. Thanks.